Hello and welcome. Silrace here with World of Tanks, and I have a single game here, single match, single round of tanking, recorded from my own replay. Just to clarify that bit, I probably have to do that at the beginning of every video, just so that it's very clear to everybody. No ambiguity there. Ambiguity creates issues. Anyway, so this particular map I don't seem to get this map very often when I play heavy tanks. When I play some sort of medium tanks and whatnot, then I end up on here. But that aside, I just want to talk a little bit about Hulldown play, in all honesty. Like, this is just a topic which has been on my mind while I play more and more of this game and stuff, like, because it seems like more and more maps now facilitate Hulldown play in all sorts of strange ways. Like there are just forward positions on many of the maps which allow you to play Hulldown and which don't really seem to have any serious weakness to that position. Like if you take this one here, where I am hanging around in this 50 TP prototype, like my sides are mostly covered. Like, I can only really be shot at from the front, and well, I mean, if you look at it, that IS-3 is essentially to my front. It's hanging around over there and stuff, and that's fine. You can hang around over there, and I will happily bounce shots off you. Nothing can really shoot at me from either side until they have managed to push across this open ground to get to my, basically get to my rear. And I keep finding positions like this on a whole lot of maps where I can just, in a tank with a big strong turret, and in this case I am you know, the top tier tank, right? Tier 8 in a tier 6 game, so kind of insane to begin with. I'm basically the bully here, right? I am the top frog in the well. So when you find this kind of a position in a tank with tough turret, where you can just sit around all game and not really have to worry too much about your just position, about just hanging around there. Right? Hello. Now you are moving enough that I can just peek at you and shoot you as well. So what is the opposing team supposed to do here? Other than try and get around me to my side, and they really can't. They have to essentially work through the rest of the team here to even have a chance of digging me out. Alright, well, okay, that shot didn't go where I am, but I mean, that will eventually happen in every single one of these World of Tanks games where, you know, there is a random number generator to the aiming and whatnot. Sometimes your shots will deviate way off where you're aiming, so... But sometimes you can snapshot stuff like that. I would like to get this shot off, but I wasn't reloaded for that. Get rid of this annoying thing, just hang around. Hey, wait, give me... Okay, well, apparently that did not pan, that's fine. Tiger 2 is alive still. And yeah, it's I mean, the opposing team is essentially grinding through my team on the other side and so on. Like, yeah, that happens and such. There is Hulldown locations to the south of this map as well. However, they aren't quite as oppressive as this one is. Because, yeah, if you look at that. I was just looking at my side trying to figure out where that E75 TS is. Is it trying to come to my flank? But there is the whole VK in its way to get to my side, and I'm happy to just hang around here for now because I still have, you know, targets to my front that I can shoot to pieces, and this is where I'm like, come on, come here, E75. Over. Well, if you do that, because I loaded for HE in case you didn't notice that I loaded for HE there to try and slam an HE shell into the low health E75 TS. I was hoping it would come through here again and I would land that HE shell and just take its gun out of action. Because you know, take guns out of action. Tanks do the same amount of damage, whether they have 0, you know, 1 HP or full HP. Yeah, like nothing actually lowers the damage your gun does. By default. By itself. Of course, you can miss shots, you can bounce shots off, you know, armor and all of that good stuff. But nothing actually lowers the amount of damage you do. So IS-3 is being nice and aggressive here. And I am absolutely backing up this IS-3. We have lost our base at this point. But I'm not worried about that at this instance. Because if I turn around right now and start trying to go to the base, these guys are gonna push up and destroy me from behind, so I kind of need to whittle them down before I can turn around. And unfortunately, there are now 2 enemies in the cap. Unfortunately, so I am just hanging around still, looking at this Tiger 2. VK is turning to go back, and these guys are going to start pushing through the middle to get to me. Well, at this point, I am just going to not abandon this position. I'm just gonna sit here, figuring out, okay, well, I can't actually get to the cap in time anyway, but I can at least do some more to this Tiger 2. Are they going to cap out, or are they going to come to try and grind all of us out of here? And apparently they are going to cap out. However, real looking at my HP, I basically ate 1 AG shell, and I grinded 2,500 damage from this one single position. This wasn't a skillful play. This didn't really take any skill to do. I just came into this one position, I sat here all game, and I lost the game because I didn't, you know, react fast enough to go back and start, you know, destroying people who are trying to cap our base and, you know, win the game for their team. No, I just sat here and I shot things which were in front of me, and I let my turret do its work. There is more damage into my turret than the hit points of my tank. How is this supposed to be skillful and a fun gameplay? I don't think it is. That's personal opinion. Like, finding these positions and whatnot is obviously a skill. You know what you are doing if you know the maps well enough to find these positions. But just holding down that position in a tank like this, especially when you are a top tier tank, and so on, I don't think that is a very skillful play. This is just, you know, I find it kind of boring, personally. Personally, I find it kind of boring. But hey, well, I think it's a little bit boring and a little bit silly. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully this was educational, at least in the sense that now you know this position exists if you didn't know it before. You just drive your big Hulldown heavy tank or medium tank here and just hang around, right? And grind things to dust who are in front of you, basically. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you folks next time with more World of Tanks.